What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians video for you guys. And tonight, the Cleveland Guardians lost to the Colorado Rockies by a final score of 5-1. And with this loss, the Guardians have now lost 5 of their last 6 series. And the one series that we won should have been a sweep. But of course, we blew the last game against the Nats. And I'll be honest with you, that loss seemingly took the wind out of our sails because ever since we blew that game against the Nationals, we've lost 2 of 3 to the Tigers, 2 of 3 to the Marlins, and assuming we win tomorrow with Tanner Bybee on the mound, we lost 2 of 3 to the Rockies. I mean, we could easily get swept against one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, god dang, that's embarrassing. But if you look at this team's reputation when it comes to how they start the season, it seems like every year they start off the season slow. I mean, heck, look at last year. They lost 7 straight games around this time last year. I think last year around this time they had 11 wins too. Yeah. So again, pretty similar. Now, you look at what's ahead for the Guardians. As we have 3 games against the Red Sox in Boston to wrap up the month of April. And then we get into May. We start off with 3 games in the Bronx against the Yankees. And then we come home for a 9-game homestand against the Twins, the Tigers, and the Angels. And then we head out to Chicago for 3 against the White Sox, go to New York to face the Mets. And then we have the White Sox again at home. And then we end the month of May with 3 against St. Louis at home, and then 3 against Baltimore on the road. So, yeah, May is not going to be easy, especially for this team if they can't get their act together. Now, am I going to come out here and do a Dashy-esque rage video screaming and yelling? No. Why? Because I know that this team is going to get it right. They will. It's what they always do. And if they don't, well, I'm going to be very concerned. Because if you look at this team right now, they got good bats. Guys are hitting the ball. It's just they're hitting it right at guys. I'm sure that won't happen all year, right? I mean, we've had some pretty bad luck lately. And not to mention the injuries. You know, Tristan McKenzie hasn't even made his season debut yet. And Aaron Savali's out. Other than that, I mean, Bieber, Quantrill, and Plazek have been kind of mid to start the year. Bieber, I can't understand why he's been so mid, but the other two, yeah, I kind of saw this coming from those guys. But yeah, Quantrill being mid, oh, scary, because he was amazing at home last year, and this year he looks like he is completely regressed, which, I'll be honest, I think we could have expected regression from Cal. Not gonna lie. Now, the good news is we got a very, very good farm system. And I expect some of those guys to be making their debuts at some point this year. Bo Naylor should be up by June. He really should. Because what I'm seeing from the catcher position right now, it ain't it. It ain't it. I mean, Zunino's given us decent offensive production, but my God, dude, can you at least try to block the ball? The dude can't even throw runners out, man. It's getting to the point where we got people clamoring for us just to come back. People legit miss Austin Hedges. And speaking of missing people, our offense has been so bad right now. People are legit saying that they miss Ty Van Berkeley, our old hitting coach. I mean, yeah, Chris Valleca has essentially turned this team into a small ball team, which, of course, last year we were hated by a lot of people for that. You know, the fact that we played a disgusting brand of baseball, and it seems as though this year the baseball gods are torturing us for that. Because I swear, you could legit predict some of these at bats. Guys be hitting grounders right at people. You know, I swear we could hit the ball right on the screws over 100 miles per hour into the glove of the infielder. You cannot get more unlucky than that. I swear. Hopefully it doesn't last forever. You know, hopefully it doesn't. Who knows with this team, right? Yeah, I expect moves to be made if things get worse. Guys are going to be brought up. That'd be nice to see like Georgia Valera come up at some point. Give some juice to this lineup. I mean, the big poppers in the lineup just aren't really hitting like they should be. I mean, right now we have 12 homers in the entire season, second least in the majors, only ahead of Washington. So you're telling me Josh Bell and Jose Ramirez essentially got us out of a tie for last place in homers. That's nice. Yeah, I expect this team to really start hitting the ball really well at some point. I mean, it has to happen. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very concerned. But I think what I'm more concerned with right now is pitching. Because, as you guys know, Cleveland has been known as a pitching factory for years. And I guess, as the case with a lot of things, there have been defects, There's going to be defective units, which it seems like we have a couple of them right now. Pilkington's kind of up and down. Field hasn't been bad. I think today was probably his worst start of the starts he's had, which I think has only had three. He's had some bad luck when it comes to offense giving him run support, but I think he's solid. Hunter Gaddis, no, I don't want to see him up, at least as a starter. I mean, heck, when he started the season, everyone saw that he had reliever potential. I mean, in his last start, the dude started off good. But then as the game went on, his velocity started dropping and the opponent just started mashing him. And it's like, yep, this guy is definitely a reliever. Yeah, he just doesn't have the longevity to be a starter. And that's another problem. Our starters are not giving us good length, which is putting a lot of wear and tear on our bullpen. And hopefully, guys don't start getting hurt. Because if the bullpen starts suffering injuries, especially to the key guys in the back, oh, God, we might be cooked. We might be cooked, ladies and gentlemen. Especially with how Tito manages his guys in the bullpen. Running them out there 2 or 3 straight days. Oh my goodness. I really hope they get their act straight because if they don't, I am going to be very concerned, especially with what May looks like. For those wondering, what does June look like? Oh, yeah. How about 4 games on the road in Minnesota to start off? Then we have 6 at home against Boston and Houston. And then we go out west for 3 against San Diego and 3 against Arizona. And then we come back home for 3 against Oakland and then 3 against Milwaukee. And then we have Kansas City on the road and then Chicago on the road to end the month of June. Yeah, 3 games against Kansas City. And then we start a series with Chicago, the Cubs, on the road. So that's what June looks like. So it's not any easier. That's why I hope this team really turns up. But knowing these guys, by the time June comes around, I'm sure they'll be mashed on the ball like crazy, and we're all gonna look back at April and then think, man, remember when we were trash in April? Right? I hope that's the case. I hope that by the time August and September come around, the Guardians are rolling and we're all just going to look back at April and laugh and think, remember when we were trash in April? Remember when Shane Bieber couldn't strike people out? Remember when Josh Naylor was hitting nothing but ground balls? Remember when Josh Bell and Jose Ramirez couldn't even do anything? I hope that's the case, but it's hard to say what's going to happen. But yeah, I figured I'd make this video, just talk about what's going on with the Guardians and hopefully they get their act together. Because if they don't, like I said, I'm going to be pretty concerned. But I will say this, you're not going to really see me rage like a certain somebody because, and I know it's only April and this team is notorious for starting off slow. I'm sure they'll pick it up at some point. I hope. Because again, if they don't, I'm going to be worried. But with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you all tomorrow for Cavs Knicks. And let's just salvage another series. Let's go out there and give Tanner Bybee some run support. You know, I would love to see us go out there and hang like 5 or 6 runs on the Rockies tomorrow and win. That'd be nice. You know, avoid another sweep. That's one thing we've been really good at lately, avoiding sweeps, which means we're probably going to lose tomorrow and get swept by the damn Rockies. That's going to piss everybody off, you know? We've already got Guardians fans out here saying the sky is falling. You know, oh, the season's over. In April, mind you. It's only April. Like, damn. Now, if it was June or July and this was happening, yeah, I would be probably saying the same thing. But it's only April. All right? Let's see what this team does in May and June. So, I mean, yeah, I guess you could be concerned considering this was the softer part of our schedule. But I guess it's just the way things go. I guess we have to wait and see what happens when May comes around here, when the weather starts heating up. Maybe as the weather heats up, maybe the Guardians will heat up. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, the hotter the weather, the hotter the team. Oh, that'd be lovely. In that case, they should move the team to freaking Florida. I'm joking, by the way. Follow the sunshine. Go play wherever it's hot out. In that case, this team's never gonna lose. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night for Cavs Knicks. And until then, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guardians. And I'm out. Bye.